Hey guys, what is up? So here is my daily recap here for, what is it, Monday, 12/15/2025. And it was a really good day. If you guys watch my Sunday recap video, everything that I essentially talked about ended up happening across the board. Essentially with MU, I believe Nvidia was also something that we had talked about and discussed. This name kind of dripped out a little bit. I mean, it's green, but I mean, the daily kind of says everything you need to see about how this stock is kind of reacting. You also had, what was the other stock that we talked about? The other side, AVGO. We talked about the fact that it had lost $200 billion due to its earnings. And look how this thing just unwound throughout the whole day. Unfortunately, I didn't get to dabble in this trade because I got done actually very early here today. And I'll share with you guys my trade that I went ahead and took straight out the gate. So straight out the gate, literally like out the gate, 9:30, we got this dip and then this pop, and I immediately short this pop with puts. I got the 684 0 DTE puts, and then we kind of failed. We popped right back up, and once I seen this wick come in via this supply and also starting to reject VWAP really aggressively with this, I scaled into this. And I believe I covered right about here is where I covered. So I didn't get this full flush out. I missed like a couple of cents. And obviously this unwound very nicely. But I was sized uber.
Post by Chris L.
I was, oh my God, here's my, guys, you're going to hear more than likely my Investors Underground open. I don't feel like closing it. But, so we got this flush out and I covered because literally within the first, 10 minutes of the, or 20 minutes of the market day, my day was done. Like my P&L was absurdly like big here. There was no reason, and P&L is all subjective, right? So like what's big to me might not be big to you, which is why I don't discuss how much I've actually made on these on any ticker that I trade or anything like that. It's strictly just the process. And if you guys want to know why I took this trade, please watch my Sunday scan videos or my Sunday prep video that I uploaded yesterday. Because I walked everyone through what I was looking at, my thoughts, and how I was going to set up with no bias. So I basically sold all my puts, and this was about 70. It was like about a 70% gainer on the puts from up here to down here. Of course, we get this absolutely crusher down to previous day lows. Couldn't ride this out. There was no way, man. The first like 20 minutes of a day when you're just, on the right side, and you're up, like I said, a good amount of money. It's it's 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 20 minutes in, and I was just up in a ridiculous amount. And then I also took PLTR. This one was a pretty decent mistake that I made, and I was green on this trade, but it did cost me. So I actually got in short on this candle here on PLTR. And I got short probably, I'll draw the line here. I more than likely got short somewhere like around here. Like right where that blue line is. And I got a nice little, I was up quite a bit here on this flush. We reclaimed. I don't stop myself out because, I wasn't sized into this yet. But as soon as we got this flush, back sub previous day highs, which is, this purple dotted line here. Once we failed that, I sized in pretty aggressively. We end up getting a
Investors Live.
Very sexy washout. And then this candle, I wish that I had held through this whole candle, but I didn't, unfortunately. So I trailed it too hard, guys. I trailed PLTR a little too hard here, which I know I shouldn't have. So let me just zoom in a little bit. So, I get in at this blue line, right, on this candle, right? We get this dip under, we reclaim, and then we flush out. And then we get, some fail follow through now. This is fail follow through sub previous day highs, sub VWAP. What I need to do now is just trust that my trade is going to work. And unfortunately, this ended up, failing. We got a pop here. And instead of me just letting it do what it does, I end up stopping myself out, and I think I stopped myself out like right here. So this was a little bit of a crusher because this was a couple of $100 that I had made. I made a couple of $100 on this. It wasn't like my SPY trade. My SPY was definitely much bigger in size, but
Post by Investors Live.
Oh my God, geez, these guys are going crazy in IU. So this unfortunately wasn't, a size position, but this was the difference of a couple $100 to then being up maybe $700-800. And this is very this is, I realistically I would hold through this, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is the mistake that I made. I just trailed a little bit too aggressively, and mistakes are going to be made in your trading career. And I want you guys to understand, because I'm not a perfect trader. I do take losses, and I do also fuck up trades. And unfortunately, I just trailed this one a little too aggressively. Should have never did that. And I gave, maybe $400, $500, $600, $700. Like, I gave quite a few dollars that I knew I could have made on this, and it just, it didn't go my way. So it just is what it is. I got a little bit too scared here. And yeah, so those are actually the only two trades I took today. It was the SPY and the PLTR. And what I want to go ahead and show you guys is that, Chris L, which is a guy in the IU community, he also talked about this on Sunday Scan. He was talking about how he thinks that, because CVNA apparently is getting added to the S&P, and he believes that this is kind of like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation, right? You buy the rumor that it's going to go ahead and join the S&P. Once it joins the S&P, it'll probably roll over. Now, I don't have any position on this trade at all as of right now, because currently the volume on this doesn't... this can absolutely still do, like, it can absolutely still pop, is kind of what I'm thinking. So I wanted to be a little bit hands off and let it really set up. Now, this might actually be setting up already, and if it is, then I might miss out on the really good RR. But in terms of an intraday, I'm pretty sure if this is going to be something that actually drips out for the next couple of days, there's going to be plenty of opportunities here.
Post by Chris L.
I don't have to force myself. And as I'm talking literally about CVNA, Chris L is in IU talking about his puts that he has on CVNA, ironically. So that's what you just heard.
Post by Chris L.
And look, he's just rambling now about it. So, okay. So, that is my thoughts right now. I'm just a little bit hands off on CVNA. I want to see, like, really legitimate, price action on pops via the intraday. I don't want to feel like I need to rush this trade. I need to let the intraday action come to me. And until that intraday action comes to my wheelhouse, I'm going to just, let it do what it does. I'm not going to swing it because I'm not a swing trader. I want to turn into a swing trader, and I have had swings on, but that is not the realm that I want to be at yet. That's not the level I am at currently. But I will definitely be getting to that swing trade level at some point in my career.
Tweet by Financial
Just not
Juice.
it right now. So with that being said, that is just my recap. I want to go ahead and let you guys know AAPL. Yes, Apple. I want to show you guys Apple, because we're seeing a little bit of a difference in character in Apple. So just keep an eye on this name, because now we're seeing some slide.
Tweet by Financial Juice.
To the downside. Oh my God, dude, these alerts. I know, guys, you might find these alerts annoying. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep this shit up just in case. What else am I looking at? MU we talked about, and let's talk about crypto really quick here on this daily recap, guys. Be safe if you are trading MSTR, hoping that this thing is going to bounce. Be very cautious. This is looking like a stage 4 downtrend that's just getting absolutely blitzed. It is getting absolutely steamrolled. So please, if you are someone who is trying to invest in this company, or even try to day trade, make sure you get on the right side of these trades, and don't get sexy. Don't get cute with this name trying to long it. Do not marry this name, because this could get real scary. It seems like it has not entered capitulation territory yet. So, we have to see really aggressive sell pressure, and then that capitulatory move for a bounce. Until then, view this as kind of the UNH setup, right? Right? So view this as like UNH here, right? Let's block this off. So pretend this is MSTR. We might be like right here on MSTR, realistically. Like we might be somewhere here in terms of the MSTR trade. So please do not rush it. If you're going to end up trying to play like a dead cat bounce, do not rush it. Or a capitulation move. Please take your time and really let these names come to your wheelhouse. If you don't understand how to trade capitulatory
AI
moves
news alert,
or anything like
AKAM.
that. Oh my God. If you don't understand how to do any of that, please just stay away and wait until the tape changes. Until that tape changes, and if you don't know how to short and ride that wave, stay clear of MSTR, Bitcoin, and things like that, because it is getting kind of scary. I know that when it's usually when there's blood on the streets is when you
Post
want
by Investors Live.
Oh my God, jeez, I feel like muting this now, man, because they're going crazy in the chat. But they always say when there's blood in the streets, you want to be a buyer. You just don't want to rush that buy. You know what I'm saying? And this, by everything I'm stating right now is not buy or sell recommendations. By the way, this is strictly just educational and informational purposes only. So please do what you do, trade how you want to trade. I'm just risk adverse right now in certain circulatory areas, and yeah, so that's where I'm at right now currently. Today was a very fantastic day. Yet again, guys, if you want to understand why and how I got into my SPY trade and my PLTR trade, so on and so forth, please, please, please watch my Sunday preparation video. It is so important that you guys take a look and look at MU failing. I mean, this is straight off of my video, guys. Like, straight off of my video. It does not get more cleaner than coming by every Sunday, spending maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes with me on a Sunday, nice and early, usually around 12 to 5 o'clock. Boom. I mean, I set you guys up with an excellent kind of game plan and my thoughts behind market conditions, and that's what happened. So, yet again, nothing I say is buy or sell recommendations. Everything's just information and educational purposes only. But I've had some spectacular thoughts on this current market's structure, especially because I am a better short seller. Like, I'm better at shorting than I am buying. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Very, very fantastic day for me. Made a couple of mistakes here on PLTR today, but very, very green on the day, very green on the week, and very happy with how I traded on my first day back from my vacation. I'm out of here, guys. Stay safe, trade well, take your time, let everything come into your wheelhouse. If it's not in your wheelhouse, maybe this is not the cycle of the market you should be trading in. There is nothing wrong.
AI news alert, XRX.
There is nothing wrong with waiting for things to come to you, right? Staying in cash is a position, and always remember that. I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy.